Today, we're diving into one of the most spellbinding corners of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're talking witches, hexes, unexpected twists, and, yes, the big question. Will Agatha All Along get a season 2? Now, if you've seen the finale, you know just how crazy things got. But could this darkly hilarious show really come to an end here? Have your cauldron, because we're stirring up all the tea on a potential season 2 of Agatha All Along. For those who haven't caught up, and spoiler alert, Agatha All Along picks up right where WandaVision left off. We last saw Agatha Harkness, played by the phenomenal Catherine Hahn, trapped in her own mind by Wanda Maximoff. Agatha, the witch with a bite and zero sense of loyalty to anyone but herself, has had her power stripped and her memories altered. But that doesn't last long, because in Agatha All Along, we find her breaking free from that magical leash, and she's about to get into all kinds of trouble. Marvel Studios and Disney Plus hit us with a show that twists and turns as much as Agatha's own mischievous smile. And honestly, it did not hold back. Agatha's journey to regain her magic leads her to a place called the Witch's Road. Think of it as the witch version of boot camp, but with higher stakes and way more danger. But first, can we just talk about how iconic Agatha Harkness has become? This character wasn't just your typical villain. She was charming, dark, and had just enough sass to keep us laughing, even when she was doing some pretty terrifying things. She's got that complexity that we love in Marvel villains, someone you root for and fear at the same time. And Marvel fans have been obsessed since WandaVision. We all loved the Agatha All Along song, which, let's face it, became the theme song of 2021. So, when Marvel announced her own spin-off series, fans lost it. So, what went down in season 1 of Agatha All Along? To sum it up, absolute chaos. Agatha, who's already lost most of her power, gets freed by this mysterious goth teen, a kid only known as Teen. Every time he says his name, it's like nobody can actually hear him. Cue the mystery music. Here's where the real fun begins. Agatha realizes the only way to regain her power is to walk the Witch's Road. Imagine a path that only the bravest, or maybe craziest, witches would attempt, because this road is full of magical traps, illusions, and the kind of danger that sends shivers down your spine. But wait, Agatha can't do it alone. She has to put together her own coven. How? If you know Agatha, you know she's more of a lone wolf type. But when you've got undead witches like the Salem Seven, and an actual ghost from her past named Rio played by none other than Aubrey Plaza, hot on your trail, you do what you got to do. One by one, Agatha's coven gets picked off in brutal, tragic ways. They're trying to survive this Witch's Road and facing every haunting challenge along the way. And to add a Marvel-style twist, we get a huge reveal about Teen's identity. Turns out he's none other than Billy Maximoff, Wanda's son, who somehow came back as this mysterious reincarnation. Crazy, right? Alright, let's talk about the question on everyone's mind. Is Season 2 actually happening? Well, here's the real talk as of now. Disney and Marvel have said that Agatha All Along was always intended as a limited series, which I know bums out all of us hoping for another season. But let's not forget, this is the MCU, and nothing ever seems truly final. Limited series in Marvel sometimes really are one and done, like Moon Knight and Hawkeye. Then there are those rare shows, like Loki, that broke the mold and got a second season. There's always a chance that Disney could rethink things, especially if the fan demand is strong enough. And let's be real, the fans are screaming for more Agatha. And just to give you a glimmer of hope, Disney has a bit of a history of changing its mind. Remember that show Shogun? It was originally a limited series, but due to high demand, it was brought back for more. So, you know, fingers crossed that our witchy queen Agatha might just make her way back to us. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Did you know that Agatha All Along is actually part of what fans are calling Marvel's unofficial trilogy? It all started with WandaVision, and now that story will continue with another spin-off called Vision Quest. This upcoming series will focus on Paul Bettany's vision, most likely the white vision we saw escape at the end of WandaVision, as he tries to find his place in this constantly shifting universe. And guess who might be coming back? James Spader as Ultron. This isn't confirmed, but if Ultron is back, that could mean more of those philosophical, moral challenges Vision has to face. The connections between all these series are just getting deeper and more intertwined. Even if Agatha doesn't get a season 2, she could still pop up in Vision Quest, or even other Marvel projects. Part of the reason fans are desperate for a second season is because Agatha All Along has a tone and style we just don't get to see often in the MCU. It's dark, it's funny, and it leans heavily into horror in a way that Marvel rarely does. Agatha's journey on the Witch's Road is so intense, with these high-stakes, magical battles and deeply emotional moments that add so much depth to her character. We see her vulnerability, her desperation, and ultimately, her sacrifice. And speaking of sacrifices, Agatha doesn't make it out alive. He ends up letting Rio kill her in a huge climactic battle. With Marvel being Marvel, Agatha's death doesn't exactly stick. He comes back as a ghost, and we're left with this epic tease. Agatha and Billy are now on a mission to find his twin brother, Tommy. Can we just pause and appreciate what this means? Marvel has opened the door for so many potential storylines here. Whether it's in Vision Quest, another series, or maybe even a movie, Agatha and Billy's journey is just beginning. So, here's the tea. While we might not be getting an official Season 2 of Agatha All Along right away, that doesn't mean this is the end for Agatha Harkness. With Marvel's interconnected universe, characters always weaving in and out of each other's stories. You could very well see her popping up somewhere soon, maybe even alongside Wanda again if her storyline in Vision Quest expands. But let's be real. Marvel has been known to listen to fan demand. If Agatha All Along has left a hole in your heart, now's the time to let Disney know just how much we need more Agatha. Hit up social media, get those hashtags trending. Let's rally the coven to call her back. Whether we see her in Vision Quest, another limited series, or maybe even a big screen adventure, one thing's for sure. Agatha Harkness is way too powerful of a character to keep locked away for long. All right, witches and Marvel fans, that's all the scoop I've got for now. What do you think? Do we need more Agatha All Along? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to smash that like button if you're as obsessed with Agatha as I am. And as always, subscribe for more magical Marvel content. Until next time, stay enchanted.